Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
But there's like 9 ends, bro. And how are we going to solidify this? Because I don't want Charles Omenihu gone. I don't want Samson Ebukam gone. I don't want Kamoko Toure gone. I want to see what he could do.
Little less safe, but the money
I know
says
where you're
he's
going.
safe.
And see what I'm saying? So this is going to get tough. I guess the real question for you is, how many do we keep? And I think it comes down to that. This is what we did with the offensive line. So if you're saying 6, now our job right now is to put the best 6th in that number. You ready? So we already know Nick is there. Drake Jackson is there. Samson Ebukam is there. Charles Omenihu is there.
Safe.
All right, let's get 2 more. Should we let them guess? Should we guess?
I want to keep 7 now.
You said 6, bro.
I was thinking 6 and 5, 5 defensive tackles, interior guys, 6 outside guys.
That's 12 on your front 7 instead of the 11. What's the number? 11?
They kept 11 last year and then put Maurice Hurst on IR immediately, dropped it down to 10.
So
I think they keep 11. They keep 11.
All right. So that's
6
5. It's 6 and 5. So you got 6 and 5. All right, here we go. Let's do it. So the names that we didn't mention. All right, man. Alex Barrett.
I'm gonna start sweating. Okay, he's not making it. He's a career practice squad guy, and I like Barrett. I'm not trying to throw shade there.
The contract guy, Jordan Willis?
Golly, man.
How about Kerry Hyder, bro?
Okay, I would put Willis ahead of Kerry Hyder.
Hell no. Nah. Sorry.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I would. Here's why. 1, the 49ers traded for Jordan Willis 2 years ago.
They did.
Traded for him. 2, he plays a bigger impact on special teams. Don't win the playoff without him.
Game. I got you.
And so he does that as well. And 3, he brings a premium, that speed edge guy. He is a speed freak athlete.
I got you, bro. But
Kusaric, that's his boy, Kerry Hyder.
Come on, come with it, because I gotta come back. All right, so you're right. He's gonna be an athletic freak on the outside. I got you, but that's what they got Drake Jackson for too. Yeah. Also, hear me out. Kerry Hyder can line up on the outside
and inside. Yeah. They had him working on the inside.
They had him working on the inside, bro. Okay, so
okay. Well, what if we cheat a little bit? Then, if he's going to count as an inside guy, then you can go 7 and 4.
I can't school a teacher. Yeah, you're right. This is crazy. The interchangeable positions for the 40. We have to be the most interchangeable position team in the NFL. Like, we got guys that can play everything. That's Kyle Shanahan. That's his thing, right?
Every time, we need to do a drinking game at the next draft press conference. And every time they say versatility, we do a shot. Or anytime they say he can play inside, outside, we got to do a shot. We'll be wasted by the second draft pick.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it next year.
Okay, let's change the format we're asking this. Okay. So let's do, who do you feel more comfortable with making the roster? Okay. So Kerry Hyder or Willis, who do you feel more comfortable with out of those 2? Quick, let's go quick on this.
I'm going to go Kerry Hyder because of what his production was under Kusaric. It was greater than what Jordan Willis's production was.
Kerry Hyder or Kamiko Toure?
Kerry Hyder, because his production was greater than any of these players that you're mentioning under Kusaric.
Kerry Hyder or Charles Omenihu?
I'm going with Chuck on that one, bro.
Okay. So we agree on that. So if that's the case, because I feel Charles Omenihu is ahead of those 3 as well, I think it comes down to those 3. I think it's Kerry Hyder. I think it's Kamiko Toure. I think it's Jordan Willis. And you keep 1 if they're all going to be outside. You might keep 2, and that means you're only going to be keeping 4 defensive tackles, but there's no way, because, and again, I know we're talking about defensive ends, but if you're going to take a number, you got to give a number. And again, the 4 defensive tackles, Kinlaw, Armstead, Locke, Maurice Hurst, Kevin Givens. Now we're talking about Hassan Ridgeway. That's 5.
That's 5.
You're going to throw one of them back?
No, I think you're right. You take those 5, and that's why I think they take Hyder, because he can manipulate with his versatility. He can line up inside out.
So you're throwing back Kamiko Toure, So on your 53, you're throwing back Teray
You
and you're
said it.
throwing back Jordan Willis, the hero. You don't make it to the NFC Championship without that cat. You're putting him back. There's no wrong choice. Well, there are wrong choices, but this is the difficulty that the 49ers are faced with.
Talk about it,
because
bro.
of man.
They Kyle Shanahan wanted to bring in competition. That's the theme of this. Remember last year, the theme wasn't competition. There's no competition. There's not competition at the quarterback spot. The theme is that there's going to be competition, period. End of discussion. So he made sure he signed 15, 17 defensive linemen? A lot of defensive linemen.
If you had to choose and you were the GM, Coach Cruz asked this question. You had to pick Givens, Kevin Givens, or Kamiko Teray. Now, they're different positions, but when you play the numbers game, getting down to that 53, this is where it gets interesting. Because I think Teray's more important. And I think here's another thing. Let's look at it a different way.
More important too.
The way in which they build the roster, because they go into the draft and John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan said, fill every damn need. So they signed Kamiko Teray 2 days before the draft, right?
Yes,
like a couple days. Would they still have done that if they knew they were going to land Drake Jackson? I don't think they would.
I don't think so.
But they don't want the draft to be dictated by positions of need. So I get it, but this is a problem that you're going to have afterwards because, there's a good chance you're going to let somebody go.
I mean, and there's a good chance that somebody clears waivers and makes it to the practice squad. But we're talking about guys that are more than likely get picked up by another team easily, especially if they were working under Chris Kocurek for a period of time. Gosh. See, like the training camp. Like now, unless Kerry Hyder has a terrible training camp, bro, he's got to be the guy. So you got to keep Hyder. So we did our 4. We said we're keeping 6. So we're going to keep those 4 that we mentioned. I'm throwing in Kerry Hyder. You get to pick one.
I'm keeping Jordan Willis.
Those are the 2. So to raise the guy on the outside.
Which again, if we stay with, he was the last to be added.
He was the last to be added. Draft. Yeah. And it's a tough cookie. It's tough. Yo, can you imagine what it's like in their room doing this show? With all
they're arguing.
They got the evaluations too, right? They got the film, they got everything. You know what I mean?